A veteran police officer and former spokesperson for the Chattanooga Police Department is on modified duty and under investigation for allegedly drinking while in possession of a city vehicle.
We received numerous calls and emails from viewers asking us to look into this story. Channel 3's Michelle Herron found it's not the first time the officer has been investigated.
It wasn't easy to locate information about the incident back in February that launched an internal affairs investigation. Lieutenant Craig Joel's name was left out of the report filed by a Hamilton County deputy. For the last 4 months, we've been asking why Joel, who is a well-known face for the department, is on modified duty. A 911 call and personnel records obtained by Channel 3 help answer the questions that no one is willing to answer.
911 location of your emergency.
This is the 911 call that led to an internal affairs investigation.
There's a gentleman in a black Ford car, I believe it is. He's fallen over drunk.
An employee of this restaurant on Highway 58 called 911 to report an intoxicated man inside what she identified as a police car.
I'm pretty sure it may be an undercover police car. I'm pretty sure there's lights on the front of it. He's laying down in the car seat now. I don't know if he's going to try and start his car or what.
The Chattanooga Police Department confirms the man in the car was Lieutenant Craig Joel, a 20-year department veteran who served as the department's public information officer and president of the Chattanooga Fire and Police Pension Fund. A spokesperson also confirms the black Ford Fusion named in this report to be a city-owned vehicle. The responding officer noted Joel appeared to be extremely intoxicated, but he did not pursue charges because he only saw Joel outside the car. The officer turned Joel over to the Chattanooga Police Department, which placed Joel on a 2-week paid leave. He's been on modified duty since then, pending an internal affairs investigation. This is not the first time Joel has been involved in an incident involving alcohol and a city vehicle. In 2004, he was suspended without pay for 5 days after a crash involving his patrol car. A breathalyzer showed his blood alcohol content was over the legal limit. He was not charged, but did lose his take-home car privileges for 4 months and was required to attend counseling. The current investigation, which launched in February, remains open. It's not clear if Joel will be on the force when it concludes. According to meeting minutes in April, Joel resigned from the pension fund board and applied for job-related disability. Channel 3 has requested a copy of that application to learn more. Joel declined our request for an interview, but tells Channel 3 he's now on medical leave pending retirement. The pension board that he once led will determine if Joel gets retirement benefits. A spokesperson for the Chattanooga Police Department tells us the internal affairs investigation will continue even if Joel retires before it's completed. We wanted to know why the sheriff's office left Joel's name, tag number, and other key information out of its report. I'm told it's not uncommon for information to be omitted from a report when there are no charges filed. We'll let you know what happens. In the studio, I'm Michelle Herron for Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
A veteran Chattanooga police officer is accused of driving his city vehicle while drunk. He resigned before a disciplinary hearing could be held, and now documents obtained by Channel 3 show steps were taken to keep his name out of a report. Michelle sat down with the sheriff today, and we understand he says his deputies did give Lieutenant Craig Joel preferential treatment. Michelle?
He also says it won't happen again. Now, it's taken us 10 months to gain access to documentation that shows how the February incident was handled. Recorded interviews reveal internal affairs investigators questioned why a well-known police officer's name was left out of 2 reports. The deputy who wrote those reports says she was told to.
I was told not to put any names in there just because it was law enforcement, not putting names in there, just be very generic about it.
I wish they had simply laid the facts out there.
Hamilton County Sheriff Jim Hammond says former Chattanooga Police Lieutenant Craig Joel did receive special treatment during a public intoxication call in February. It started with this 911 call.
There's a gentleman in a black Ford car, I believe it is. He's fallen over drunk.
And was captured by a nearby surveillance camera. The video shows the 21-year veteran stumbling out of his city-owned vehicle at the Amigos restaurant on Highway 58. Hamilton County deputies Charlene Choate and John Robbs arrive on the scene. Choate explained in an internal affairs interview that she placed Joel in handcuffs when he would not follow commands, but she chose not to charge him.
I just don't think public intox charge at that time would have been, I don't think that would have helped him in his situation.
My officer had no knowledge when she made this stop what she was dealing with. As it began to unfold what she was dealing with, she had already made her decision not to place an arrest, and that was honored.
Internal affairs investigators spoke to several higher-ranking officers who were on scene and chose to take Joel to a separate location so he could be released. When Channel 3 received reports of the incident in February, we asked for the report. The first version was vague, leaving out all of the names of those involved. 6 days later, Deputy Choate filed a new report with more information, but again left out Joel's name, any mention of a city vehicle, or Joel's service weapon and badge being found in the car's floorboard. We wanted to know why.
There is a narrow window when a supervisor, because of their own training, can instruct someone to write a report different. What was the motives behind it? I wasn't there. I didn't make it. I don't think I would have done it that way.
Sheriff Jim Hammond says the officers involved have received verbal warnings, and he has issued new directions on how to handle situations involving other officers. The internal affairs investigation into Joel's actions has been closed. Documents show Joel resigned on November 7th, 1 day before his disciplinary hearing. Now it will be up to the Fire and Police Pension Board, which Joel once led, to decide if he will receive his pension and medical benefits. Benefits Joel tells Channel 3 he needs. He declined our multiple requests for an on-camera interview, but told Channel 3 over the phone that there is a, quote, medical component that he is not allowed to discuss pending a hearing.
The sheriff says there are steps a deputy can take if they are being instructed to do something by a superior that they do not feel comfortable doing. Now, we have reached out to Deputy Choate, but we have not heard back. In the studio, I'm Michelle Herron for Channel 3 Eyewitness News.